I have never had a sandier night than that. That's the worst sandstorm I've ever been in a tent. So it started raining at about midnight-ish, which thankfully toned the dust down a bit. But, I mean, damage done. Like, that's probably one of the first times I have ever woken up dirtier than I went to sleep. At some point, I definitely put my neck gaiter over my nose and mouth just to try and limit the amount of sand that I was ingesting, and that helped. Oh, that was one of the worst nights camping I think I've ever had, and it's absolutely of no fault to the RV place. That wind was just unbelievable. I don't think I've ever been, like, I've never had all my stuff that sandy in a tent. There was no escaping it. There was nothing you could do. It was just everything. I don't know what the off-road's gonna look like. It looks like it's raining over there right now. I'm gonna get over to the off-road, and if I run into just a muddy, nasty mess, I'm gonna unfortunately be on the pavement. Yeah, it's raining right there. You can see it coming down from the clouds.
5 minutes later.
I think I'm on pavement for most of this. I actually did just ride through rain, and we're gonna see, because if you can't tell, the ground is completely soaked. But I'm gonna get into Green River, which is 11 miles. Oh, hi, Antelope. You're on the wrong side of the road from me, buddy. Can you? There we go. Hi, guys. God, yeah, last night was rough. I mean, I did sleep eventually. Once it rained, like once it started raining, that was kind of when I was able to get some sleep, which I think it started raining at around midnight or so. Woke up and took a shower, and it was just brown. That is probably one of the first times I can think of where I have woken up dirtier than I went to sleep. We'll find out when I get over here, but I mean, basically the rule around here is if you can see rain ahead of you, don't keep riding. Like, don't ride into it, because it'll be a mess. If the wind pushes it towards you, you can just get stuck, because then you can't get out. Like, based on that, I'm not gonna ride into that, because I know that it's raining there, and raining pretty hard by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm gonna follow my own rule. You don't ride into this if it's wet, because you won't make it. So, I mean, that sucks, but I'm not gonna violate everything I've been saying.
A few moments later. One hour later.
The good news is, the place I'm staying is literally around the corner. But yeah, welcome to Price. It is quite nice, actually. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do here.
Day 2.
Alright, I'm gonna go get gas, and then we are gonna go ride the section that I couldn't ride yesterday. Running very light today, because this is basically just a day trip. Hi, kitty. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kill the cameras here, because there's no reason to run them when I gotta do nothing but pavement to get down there. And I will see you down by Green River when I get to the dirt.
A few inches later.
Okay. It hasn't had any weather on it for about 24 hours. I may run into a little bit of mud here and there, but it shouldn't be significant. And let's go have fun. 86 miles back to Wellington, and I'm running super light. So what I did was pulled the OS 18s off of the base for my luggage and put my engine bar bags, which are OS 6, onto those. So I'm running basically just my tools and emergency equipment. Not running the tank bag because I don't need it. I am so glad that I didn't do this yesterday though, because I got into several bits of rain getting into Price, and then in Price it rained another 3 times. So I would have just been in and out of rain all day. My computer is hopefully uploading day 4 of the New Mexico BDR right now. And I know you're looking at this going, well, this road is easy. Why didn't you just do it yesterday? And it is. The road is easy. It's nice and flat, straight as an arrow, whatever. The issue is, when these roads get wet, they turn into soup. But yeah, I wanted to do this section. I mean, it's, 90 miles basically of off-road that I had to bypass. So I get asked about my navigation tablet a lot. And I have mentioned before that it's made by a company called Carpe Eider. I'll have a link in the description because I don't actually know that I'm saying that correctly. And it's running a program called Drive Mode Dashboard 2. Now, when I did the Continental Divide and the Colorado and Arizona BDRs the first time, that was using Drive Mode Dashboard 1 on my own tablet, which was just a Samsung Active Tab 2. And it's the best motorcycling navigation app, on-road or off-road, that I've ever been able to find. If there was something better, I would try it. And it also has this little Bluetooth controller down here that you'll see me using sometimes, that basically allows me to control the tablet without taking my hands off the handlebars. And so I've been using this system now since basically 2020, late 2019, something like that. So about 3 years. I love it. The program allows you to download maps to the tablet. So I have basically all of North America downloaded to the tablet. And then it makes it really easy for you to put tracks on there and then follow those. So that's what I have right now that I'm following for the BDRs. I have all of the BDR GPS tracks downloaded to the device, and right now I'm just running Utah. And it gives you your next, basically it gives you your entire, your distance to the next end of the track, and then it also gives you your next 2 closest waypoints. So like I'm 2 miles from Smith Cabin, and then Fuel in Wellington is the next waypoint. So you're able to set it to, the direction that you're heading is up. You can also leave it on north is up if you want and have it track you. I prefer to have the direction that I'm going as showing up because it makes seeing what direction I'm turning a hell of a lot easier. It charges off the bike, so the Carpe Eider tablet comes with a dual power source system. So it uses the pogo pins that are in the back of the holder, and then it also has the wired connection, which is there on the right side, to charge the tablet while it's on the bike. And it has intelligent battery management, so it doesn't always keep the tablet maxed out. It allows it to discharge and recharges it and does all that stuff on its own. It just works great. I'm going left. It has a bunch of other features that I'm not using regularly because I'm using for navigation most of the time. But it has just a dashboard display where it shows you speed and your odometer and all that stuff. You can get turn-by-turn navigation, but it's through a third app. So I use Google Maps, and I just have Google Maps downloaded for a lot of the areas that I'm in. And so if you do a navigate to, it'll do it in Google Maps and shows it, just like normal. You just don't get updates without a SIM card and cell service, which I don't run on this. Your GPS signal is all handled through the device. Currently my GPS is accurate to 12 feet, and a lot of times it'll be accurate to 4. Some of the other things that it can do, it can Bluetooth to an OBD reader, and so you can read error codes on the bike and see whether everything's working correctly, get a bunch more sensor data from the bike. I have an OBD reader plugged in under the seat. If I ever need it, I just go to that page and turn the bike on. Yeah, it's just a great system. It turns on with the bike. I have it set right now so that it doesn't turn off when I turn off the bike, just because I like to be able to see it. A lot of the times, even if I had the bike turned off, I'm taking a break or something. But you can have it set up so that when you turn the bike off, it turns the tablet off as well. The controller's just handy to be able to control the tablet without taking your hands off the controls and the handlebars. That's really sandy. Go over here. There we go. And the biggest thing that I love about the controller is the battery life on the thing is just ridiculous. I've never killed the battery on it. I charge it maybe once a month. Most of the times when I plug it back in, I think it's still at like 60 or 70%. But it's just simple. It's basically a joystick, and you have 3 buttons because the joystick is also a button. And you can control all the different features. The touch screen on the tablet obviously still works. The only times I've had a little bit of problems with that is if I'm in like heavy rain. Every once in a while the impedance screen will pick up raindrops as touch. Haven't ever had a problem with using it with gloves on. Honestly, it works better with gloves than my phone does. Really never have a problem with getting GPS signal. I've had a couple of small instances where it was struggling with accuracy just because I was in a deep canyon or something like that. Tree cover hasn't really ever seemed to affect it that I'm aware of. It's not the cheapest solution out there for sure, but if you're looking at, a Garmin 700i or an XT or whatever system they're doing, you're getting just a nav. And on some of the Garmin devices, you also get, emergency signaling and stuff in an emergency. But on this, it's still an Android tablet. So, I have Gmail on there. I have YouTube. I have Google Translate downloaded to it. I haven't had to use it, but it still works as a tablet. It's not the best tablet, but it can work as a tablet if you needed to. And that's something that you can't get a Garmin GPS to do. I think I'm going to be glad I came through here with no luggage on. Because I'm wondering how sandy this is going to get. Going right up here. Because without luggage, this bike floats so well in sand. But yeah, that's the tablet. You'll see me clicking through and stuff. I don't do a lot on it when I'm riding just because I don't want another distraction, basically. So I just leave it on navigation. But yeah, if I need to, I can zoom in and zoom out. I can change my view. I can move around, see where I'm at, see if there's other trails. With having the routes and the entire northern United States, all of North America basically downloaded as a tablet, if I find something that's closed or that I want to divert around, I can look and see where the road goes. And it's going to be deep sand. I try and go over here. Yep. I think I'm going to be real glad I'm running light. Oh, it is pretty back here. Yeah, very glad I don't have luggage on right now, because the sand would be a workout. Oh yeah, there's some deep ruts in there. Just ease through this. There's ruts hidden underneath here, and I'm trying not to get cross-rutted. screw it up. There we go. It is hilarious how much better this bike handles in sand when you take the luggage off. Yeah, this would not have been possible yesterday. It would have been more difficult with my luggage, but this wet just would not be doable. Oh, yeah, that is sandy. I want back over here, I think. Is it better in the middle? A little bit. Because, oh god, yeah. Because it's not great. Oh god, that's super deep. Okay. We're gonna get down to the lower line and just go nice and easy. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a bit of this that is just full sand. Just shows you how much easier stuff is when you're on lighter bikes or with no luggage. And third, yeah, okay. I could probably gear down for some of this, but oh man, it is pretty. Temperature's like perfect now. Okay, it's about 65. There's no wind. I just want to get slightly away from these power lines before I put the drone up. God, just deep sand. Oh, yeah. I am surprised that they did not note on the map deep sand. It should also be noted impassable when wet. Middle. Oh god. Alright, there it's a little more solid. Okay. And you just cross into the different colors. You can see the people that have tried to come through here. Whoa. Big ol' rut. Yeah, we're gonna go slow. Yeah, it should be immediately obvious why a lot of this is not rideable if it's wet. There's some deep ruts back in some of this stuff where people have clearly tried to go through. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm always pretty impressed at some of the stuff that people can get mountain bikes through. Granted, they're a lot lighter, and so they float a lot better. And I mean, like fat bikes especially, fat bikes can go through basically anything. But I can't imagine this is a lot of fun to ride a mountain bike through. It's gotta be a lot of work. Go up here. Yeah, this really is just talcum powder consistency. Let's go back over here. Whew, yeah, there's some deep stuff back in here. God damn. Go. It's really nice being able to just kind of tractor through this stuff. The KTM was so high strung, it would float better. So there's times where I would be able to get through parts of this easier. I couldn't touch as well, so dabbing is definitely not as easy. And you can't lug it down low. God, yeah, you can see somebody went through. Probably fell over right there. They had a workout though. Digging a big old trench. Of course, I can't really tell how big of a trench I'm digging. So for all I know, somebody else is gonna come through and look at my tracks and be like, God damn, they must have been struggling. This would be a good trail for a TW200 or one of those Ubcos. Ooh, that is deep. God, it is gorgeous back here. Just look at all the tire tracks. I think some people had trouble. Boink. Pretty sure at some point this becomes a better road, but I guess we'll find out. Whoa, that was a big rut. Good God. Climbing this would not be a ton of fun. It's not really any worse than a lot of the other stuff, but deep talcum powder sand on a climb is not great to deal with, especially if there's ruts hidden in it, which there usually is. Like that. God damn it. Bonk. There's the rut. Okay. Looks like here's gonna be a gravel road. Whew. Yeah, that's a good 15-mile workout. Sand if I can help it. No, so far it's just, oh, this might be really nice. Boink. There we go. I think I'm going to be probably crossing a bunch of washes. And each wash is going to be another bit of sand. But yeah, this is almost, I mean, this is true two-track, which, I mean, side-by-sides have probably been down it and stuff, but you can tell there hasn't been too many passenger vehicles. Alright, we're gonna slow down. Oh, looks like, oh, the trail washed out. Okay. Nice and easy. shape. Yeah, you can see where the trail used to go, and then because of washouts and other issues, they keep having to divert around. I would say anytime you're coming down this section, you probably need to be watching for trail washouts, because you could absolutely be the first person to come down here after it's lost a chunk of trail. So yeah, oh god, Dewey Bridge to Wellington, Green River to Wellington. Lots and lots of deep sand. Also, completely impassable if wet. This is sandy on top, but I'm not sinking in. So it's actually pretty nice. Oh god, that one was like right under my feet. For every lizard you're seeing on the camera, I'm probably seeing 5. I'm really glad I didn't try and do this section yesterday. Can just about guarantee I would have ended up camped probably somewhere around here. Okay. I'm gonna go right there, I guess. Go this way, I think. Glad I did this section, but yeah, it's a lot of sand. Oh god, there's some ruts in there. Oh god. Okay, so there's a ravine there. Hang on, I'm gonna walk over there and look at it, because it looks like the road's washed out. Right near Cedar Overlook Road. Yep. That's not horrible. You can go that way and go up that hill, but at least so far there's still a way through over here. You just don't see it initially when you're rolling up here, and it is loose. Alright, that's probably gonna last one more rainstorm, maybe. If you get down here and the trail ain't here, hook a hard right and do the best you can. Getting my Meerkat on across the open lands of Utah. Doing 45. I'm just blasting across here at 50 miles an hour, you know, like all the stuff earlier was a lot of fun for a very different reason. It was super technical, and in some places just flat out difficult. Whereas all of this is just gorgeous. It's not the most technical of riding by any means. God, it is fun sometimes just to rip across here at 50. Oh, son, yes, please. It's kind of freaking cold right now. There's the highway. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I will kill the cameras here because there's no reason to keep going. So I will see you in Price.